ho. Happy holidays.
Oh, boy.
Is that
Welcome.
one of your AKs?
It is not. Welcome to another episode, guys, of Horrible Decisions. We are almost at the end of the motherfucking year.
Yes, we are.
Goddamn.
What's going to happen next? Is there going to be like another wildfire? I forgot about that. Did you watch Death to 2020 on Netflix? And it like reminds you of all the fucking crazy shit that happened in 2020?
I wonder if they're going to do that for 2021. To me, this year was just one of those years. Like it was just, I don't know. I'm ready for 2022. All I keep saying is I'm ready for this year to be over. I'm just ready for it to be
I
over.
had a great year work-wise, but not sex-wise. My pussy broke. I got depressed. I gained weight because I was depressed. But it's all right because I'm going to suck it out. And once I suck it out,
You're really committed to this lipo.
am I committed to this lipo? Oh, guys, announcement. My Christmas present to myself is liposuction. And let me just say something real quick. Everybody that tells me just work out gets me really upset.
Me.
Because for one, bitch, I do. For two, even if I didn't, I feel like getting fucking lipo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like when you're telling somebody, just work out.
When I tell you the tables be turning like crazy on this fucking show, Eden, I remember before I got my weight loss surgery, like that was a thing, especially when you were hardcore working out. You used to always just tell me, just work out. And I'm like, but it's not the same. It's really not.
Yeah, but I was worried about your surgery because of the complications.
There's complications with every surgery.
I know, but I do know someone that had got the sleeve and I was scared. Like, the person that I know that got it has so many fucked up issues. Lipo, I'm not really scared of, and I know you tried it, but like what you did changed your life. But I was really just scared because like she be having issues with the what's the dumping thing? Can you talk about what was it?
Dumping syndrome, but that happens in the beginning.
Hers is really bad.
What is dumping syndrome?
It's like, I mean, to me, imagine like Thanksgiving when you like eat and you're like, you just feel awful.
Yeah.
So when you get the gastric, your stomach is much smaller.
Oh, interesting.
So literally like the amount of nausea,
Nausea?
nausea, there we go. The amount of like nausea and just how you feel, like it's literally one of the worst feelings.
Yikes.
And so like early on into getting gastric, like you literally can eat 2 bites and be full.
Whoa.
And if you overeat, immediately you just feel
Shit.
like shit.
Oof.
Yeah.
It's just a big like lifestyle change. That's why they make you do, you know, like what is it, psychiatric evaluation, shit like that, because it's like a really big fucking deal.
Right, because it's such a switch up so fast.
And not only that, like it's frustrating when we would go eat, not for me, but for her, because she was just like, oh my God, like my social habits have changed. Then the acid reflux thing with her throat, now a thyroid issue. So like it was just scary as fuck for me to like watch somebody go through that. But I know with lipo, they be just saying like, just shape your shit. Because that's what I want.
Nah.
But I know it's
a
different.
lot. Yeah, that's how Kanye mama died. Getting lipo, right?
right.
Yeah.
I think so.
Mhm.
Like, and I know like another Instagram model just said, to me, any type of surgery.
It's of course. But with the lipo I'm just getting my stomach. And I found a lot of people were like, because you were like, just get a BBL. Well, I don't want to do it because of that artery. Like a lot of women died from getting their butt done. And I understand. Why waste that tube of fat when you can just put it in your ass? Sounds like a great plan. But apparently the fucking artery by your ass, like it could really, like it's one of the most complicated
rupture.
surgeries.
Oh.
It's got the most rampant deaths from BBLs. I think in Miami, I was reading this one place. There's a porn star I really like who got lipo there. And I wrote her on Twitter. CG Cosmetics, 9 people died. Like within a year.
Ooh.
That's how risky that BBL surgery was. But apparently the ratio wasn't that bad because they do that many BBLs.
Right.
So anyway, I'd like just get the stomach.
Have BBLs always been a thing?
Yeah.
Or was it just like lipo and then...
I feel like I've only known about them for a few years.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like I just found out.
I've known
like
about
last few
BBLs
years.
for
a while.
over a decade now. Yeah. Back when I was like,
I knew about silicone.
but it was
shots.
probably like also the girls I was hanging around.
You know what I mean? And also, I didn't understand the skinny BBL. Oh, I wish I had my Instagram.
What is the skinny BBL?
Like Drea.
No, but Drea's body's real.
No, it's not.
I don't believe that.
Okay. You don't have to believe it. It's not.
Drea talks about this shit all the time. Her ass is consistent in mad pictures. I just refuse to believe that you can't have a beautiful body like Drea has and a BBL. My homegirl doesn't have a BBL. Shout out to Kayla Nicole. She's a fitness buff like Drea. And I follow Drea and she's like crazy. That bitch be working out 2-3 times a day. And I think like the skinny BBL looks so natural that you wouldn't know. Because I know what you're talking about, that shape, the ab etching. Damn, I wish I could find this doctor's name, but there's an Asian dude in Houston. He does all the skinny BBLs. And once I found that out, I was like, oh, bitch, I'm getting a fitness page. I'm going to suck it out and I'm going to teach you how to keep it up.
Have y'all ever actually considered being like a fitness influencer at all?
Nigga, do you know who the fuck you talking to?
I mean,
hell no.
I did when I was going to spin class a lot, but then I was like,
no.
I guess I talk about drug use and alcohol too much.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't like match the upkeep. Maybe
like,
maybe I could be like a Brianda. You know how she's like a Christian, but she's like fun. Maybe I could be a fitness influencer, but I'm like, bitch, I'm still gonna eat these donuts.
Oof.
That'd be fun. Are there any popular fitness influencers that aren't like crazy skinny? Because
I wouldn't know.
That's the kind of page I want. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm actively...
I mean, I have my friend Allie. She's beautiful. Like, do you know who I'm talking about?
No, but
what's her handle?
Miss Alyssa Sordo. Hold on.
I love like
her body
a regular
amazing.
Looking person that's fit and healthy.
Miss Alyssa Sordo, and then Kita Girl. Let me get the Kita Girl 921. This is actually her outfit that I'm wearing. Her body is like just fucking beautiful.
We said normal people.
Bro, these are normal people. And
she's got a crazy fit body. I'm talking about someone that's a
Miss
size
Alyssa
10.
Like, yes, look at her. Look how thick she is. Her ass is beautiful.
Okay, Mandii, let me tell you what I'm talking about. Hold on.
Bro, these are beautiful.
Banging bodies.
Yeah, but you said size 10 that work out. Like, you don't.
I'm saying like someone that's not flat stomach, that's healthy and working out, because I believe that that's a thing. There's a girl I be seeing on the fucking Peloton shit that I do all the time. She's like in her 5,000th ride.
Look at her.
She's not like super thin, but that's the shit I feel like.
She look good.
She looked too good.
She looks great.
That's not normal.
And she had a baby. She just had a baby.
Yeah, see, I can't look at that on Instagram. I'm like, oh, bitch, I'll never get there. You can't be that good looking and tell me you a fitness. No, I mean normal looking people, Mandii.
To me, she's normal.
Someone who's a 6.
To me, she's thick and just proportioned. I like that.
Thick and proportioned. I like that.
She's thick as shit and proportioned. I like it.
Well, speaking of proportion, I'm about to get a crazy ratio and I can't wait. And I was like, okay, so when I get fat again, if I get fat again, where's the fat gonna go? He's like, well, you might get fat in the stomach, but it probably won't happen because the fat deposits change. He's like, so it'll probably go to your bottom half or wherever you normally gain weight. And as you can see, my legs have been getting thicker, which is the one good thing about me getting fat. Mm-hmm. And I'm really excited to say I won't need a BBL because I'm just hoping it's just going to look so skinny. They're going to be like, damn, where you got an ass from? And I'm going to be like, Dr. Kraft. That's what I'm really hoping for. But also, I bring up the working out thing because medication, like that's how I gain weight. I didn't gain weight because I was eating from depression. I gained weight from the actual medication. So, no, I didn't kill myself. But at the same time, I was like, well, bitch, you ain't as cute as you.
I think a lot of people do forget about the side effects of pills like that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Just like
there's
fucked me up.
Skin, hair, weight gain,
fucking,
all of that. Yeah.
What is it? Like you have like a low sexual drive is for some of them.
It imbalances your hormones. Like,
yeah, it's hard to come. What was really kind of sad, and I had to talk to Obe about it, is I wasn't able to come from sex because like I know and still I'm having trouble. And obviously I've been like fucking this person for so many years. It's not like I can't get there, right? But the goal of orgasm is so intense in my brain. And I also know that he knows it's hard for me to get to because of medication. So he's probably thinking about it, then I'm thinking about it. So it makes me anxious. And I feel guilty because masturbation is the only patience I have with myself. I feel bad to say you might have to fuck me for 45 minutes when I used to come in 5. So like sometimes if I want to come, I just masturbate now, which is something that I don't know if anybody else is going through it, but I feel super guilty because you just want to have sex with yourself.
Right.
And a lot of people don't talk about that. You may feel insulted if you find out your partner is masturbating, but they're not fucking you. But I can't explain it. It's just something that makes me feel less pressure right now. And it works. So I don't know. But anyway, once I suck it out and I start looking at myself in the mirror, I'm gonna be like, maybe.
Do you think it's gonna be an immediate confidence boost?
I get, honestly, more than it's confidence, I'm so frustrated that I'm not able to get back to what I used to look like. Like, I don't feel like my mood is down about it more than I'm fucking frustrated. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I used to look like this and I know it's not because of my own habits. That's what drives me crazy. But maybe it'll give me some confidence. But I think with sex, it'll help. Like, I don't actively think that I'm looking different when I'm fucking, but I feel like if my body changes, it might make me want to fuck more. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because I feel like I still have face. That really saves me.
You still have face?
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're not like feeling your best about your body, I'm like, well, I'm still cute. That's what I really be feeling like. Thanks for taking a pic in this moment. Have you ever felt like that? Like maybe?
I mean, no, not in a long time. It's just really weird because with the holidays and being single again, I still only want to be with the person that I've been with for the last year and a half.
Right.
So normally around the holidays, like even all my old hoes, they're with their families. Duh. Mm-hmm. Like, so I'm not really having the opportunity to backtrack. And then with all the touring, I don't have time to date. So I find myself just wanting to still be with him because I still have like a crazy sex drive.
That's so
I want to have sex. And so, no, I mean, outside of that, I'm just really trying to like want to have sex with other people because I don't.
I know.
I don't.
I hate that feeling too.
I mean, in DC, like I met like this little pretty girl. I realized like I want to be with women more right now. But it's weird because I have just like phases with them. Like I'll be like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. I want to bring her to New York. I want her to stay with me for the weekend. This happened even when I was in Orlando. Met this other girl, made out with her all night. And then when I got to New York, I was like, okay, I don't want anyone in my space. So I don't know. I'm having this weird like thing right now sexually. Like I want to be with women, but I just want to be with my ex. So
I wonder if you only want to be with women because you feel like you'd compare a man to him. You know what I mean? Like you'd have to, not like you would, but your body might.
Well, it's also crazy because sex with him over the last year and a half has been like the most life-changing
That's what I'm saying. So if you have sex with a woman, it's not really.
I wouldn't compare it. Yeah. Like,
right.
I mean, from his body to the way like after sex, like the aftercare he gives me, he stretches me, he massages me. It's like just so intimate. I have no desire to have sex with other people, which sucks. Yeah, because like all my old hoes are like my old hoes are ready to like, oh, well, you know, I can meet you here. I can meet you there. Mm-hmm. Like, nigga, Christmas coming up, so a bitch do want some gifts. But I'm still just like, but do we have to fuck? Like, I know like you're my old hoe and I know we used to have sex, but I'm really not in the mood to have sex with like
other people.
Anyone else.
You could tell me if I'm crossing a boundary, but have you spoken to him?
Oh, we speak every day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we speak every day, but we're like not together. And that's emphasized. Like, I am trying to date. I talked about it with Weezy on a Patreon episode. Mm. I just don't have the time.
Right.
Like, there's no time to date. Like, I met this fine ass motherfucker. Mm. And literally, because we met online, he lives in New York as well. I said, you got 2 weeks to see me. If we don't see each other, then I'm good on you.
I feel like
2 weeks. If we live in the same city, there's no reason, right?
Yeah, that's a long time. Wow.
No. A bitch had a show. I had a recording every day. Then I went out of town to Vegas. Then I went out of town to DC. Then I went out of town to LA for a week. And I'm like, damn, I don't have time to see you. Mm. And he works a 9 to 5. So like during the week, it's different for him. I'm just like, fuck. And I don't want to date a creative. I don't want to date anyone in the space. Oh. I don't want to date a creative, but
my chances are lost.
I'm like, damn, maybe I do need to
after
like,
that scalp massage.
I'm telling you, no, I feel like maybe I do need to like find out where the old niggas hang out. Like, I feel like I need a nigga that's retired that has nothing to do.
There's a few
so that he
things,
can just
though,
be available when I need him to be available.
About creatives that I dated one, in LA, and there was something about it that I really liked because he didn't really seem disappointed at anything. Like if I had to cancel on something or if my time frame or taking calls, like he just gets it. And also, I didn't have to go through the motion of oh, like, yes, you're about to see this crazy clip on Instagram. Whereas like, I feel like someone who isn't in the industry, so to speak, might feel a little insecure about that. And I'm also projecting from past partners because Old Bay's great with it. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he works in tech. But I do find that people that are creative just are easier to move along with. Also, moreover, it's funny because I feel like industry or creatives, they don't really give a fuck if I'm a hoe in their head or not. If their friends think I'm a hoe, they don't care what anyone's gonna like, pick up on Instagram or like circle around in their group chat. Like they don't give a fuck. They understand like a lot of this is performance that you're doing, that you have to, be a personality, be open, be fun, do the flirty shit and, be sexy on Instagram. Like that is a lot of our brand. You know what I'm saying?
Have you guys ever dated someone who was almost like competitive towards you because of what you guys do?
No, like my ex hates all of this.
Oh, okay.
He's private. So he
okay.
And I think that when we first started talking again, it was the pandemic. So he didn't realize the reach I had.
Yeah.
And then when he started like bringing me up to friends and things like that, he's like, oh, so people I know like listen to your show and now they know
what
things that I do.
He like about it?
Everything. Like me sharing a lot of our intimate moments and
like the privacy.
Yeah, because like now he's like the way he carries himself, he's just very
to himself,
statuesque, to himself, private. And like now his friends know like the sex clubs and what we do on our spare time. And I think that was just a lot for people that he knows from work and from just like for years.
Yeah.
Now knowing what he does in the bedroom. So like we've had a lot of talks about that.
Do you ask for consent about it?
Yes and no. Like it wasn't a problem until it was a problem. And then I was like, well, nigga, just so you know, we pre-recorded. So for the next month and a half, it's already recorded. It's already out there.
I'm going to share this because it's making me think of something. And I wasn't going to talk about it, but someone I dated is dating someone new. And at first I thought it was her, but I don't think it is anymore. I got a page that tagged her and I both on Twitter, sending me an article that this person wrote. And in the article, they talk about their partner, who was the partner that I used to date, and how I was sharing intimate details of our sex life and they weren't happy about it.
Oh.
And it was
the new girlfriend was not happy about
No. Like she wrote an article about this.
Oh,
about
okay, got
consent.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got you.
Sorry, I wasn't making that clear. And when the only reason I read it is because that person tagged me in it, and they were like, "Oh, she's calling you out," and I was like, "Oh, bitch, what's up?" So I thought it was gonna be like bar for bar, but it wasn't. It was vague, and it may not have been about me. However, there was something very specific that let me know it was me. It said this person is sharing intimate sex details about our life, and they're making content on the profit from the platform, and basically saying that their partner expressed to her that he didn't like that. This to me was very insulting to read, especially because obviously consent is our fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's niggas I've never talked about on Horrible. Yeah. Can't talk about on Horrible because they're like, doesn't matter if you don't say my name, like please don't, it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
This person that she's talking about was not only someone that I was discussing with, would share the episode with his friends, would tell people their name, would like be excited about it, laugh about it with me, like never once ever told me that they weren't happy about it. I asked if I could share these details. And so I think what's happening and what can happen, and just making me think about what you just said, is people change their mind or can act like they change their mind depending on the partner. Because it ain't him what he thought of me. You're dating someone new who might have been like, wow, you were dating a sex podcaster? So now you probably telling this bitch, yeah, she just go up there and talk about this stuff. And like, that's the only thing I could think. Because I never fucking did that. I was really like upset when I read it because to me, to make someone feel violated is not what I want to do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And to know that like you expressed it to someone in that way, I'm like, either you were performing for this bitch, trying to make yourself seem like something, like, I don't know, but it wasn't what I did. And I think the reason that happens is because afterward, when dating someone in the public eye, you're sitting there probably thinking about what you let happen because maybe you were in love.
I mean, but not only that, it's to the point where it's like, and I know you've said this when you've been out with people. It's like when we're out, people come up to him and now act like they know who he is. And so when the people leave us, he's like, what does that person know about me? Because he knows I'm on this show weekly and we talk. And so it's more so like now there's strangers that think that they know who he is. Mm. And so that's another part of it. But it's weird because like when we talk about, let's say like the Brittany Renners or the Superheads, the girls that made books about all these people, I know that, a part of, our idea of that, or even when like rappers come out and say that they fucked with certain girls, one of our quick responses were like, well, what if that other person didn't want everyone to know about this? I think that I recently had the conversation because Drake did that with SZA. And it's just like...
What did he do?
Like pretty much mention that they used to fuck with each other.
How? What did he say?
I don't know the exact words.
Like in a song?
I used to fuck with SZA back in 2008 or some shit like that. And it was just like, what if SZA didn't want anyone to know that she used to fuck with Drake? Yeah, like it's in one of his lyrics.
What the fuck?
And right. And so I know he's done that with Black China.
Who said that?
There's a lot of like times. And so it does make me think like, damn, that's right. I'd sit here and wouldn't want someone to go out and say that they fucked with me without me saying it's okay first.
I think why I was really insulted and embarrassed is because that person implied that people were like coming up to them at work and saying things. And I was like, nigga, first of all, don't nobody look what you look like, so cut it out. I feel like sometimes they just be dragging it. It's different with you and him because y'all were together in a lot of places where that happened. That did not happen with him and I. And I think he really was putting on for that girl. And if anyone I've ever dated has the notion to say that, it's Scissors. She and I were face to face. She's been on an episode. Like, I mean, she is out there. Her face, bitch, her Instagram.
Our moms are. My mama just called me and said, bitch, I'm going to have to get a new motherfucking... She said, you going to pay for my makeover. I said, Mom, what are you talking about? She said, why did someone just come up to me while I was pumping my gas and said, oh my God, you're Mandi's mom?
Why she said she got to get a makeover?
Because she's like, bitch, I ain't a celebrity. I don't need to be known out here. She's like, not me being known as Mandi's mama while I'm pumping my gas.
Oh.
And so she's just like, oh yeah, you gonna have to get me a motherfucking makeover because bitch, I ain't signing up for this shit.
That's different because your mom is on your Instagram. I mean, obviously they came on the show and our moms are fun, but I'm talking about as far as partners with faces.
Right.
Like, I just really be surprised that niggas really act like they meant that much to me. And like, I had a whole ass bitch I was in love with. Like, are you serious? Not saying like I wasn't on his dick too because it was good, but like, yeah, it just really makes me think. And also what I did with Scissors, I grew as the relationship grew. So even she wasn't ready for that. Right? Like we got back together and Horrible Decisions was one live show in. By the time we were like really, really in it, it was like, oh, like it's city to city you got to come to. And now, your girlfriend we did a Vice Live. I remember that. And she was like, oh shit, like people from back home are watching this. And I don't know. I'm trying to wonder like if I got married or if I have kids, then what would I do?
What are since we're like wrapping up the year, what are your 2022 relationship goals? Are there things that happened this year that you would want to change? Are you going into 2020 hoping something happens with your relationships? Like, do you have any thoughts of that?
Who are y'all keeping in 2021?
You mean 2022?
Well, I mean like
from 2020.
Like from like who's staying?
I mean,
in
I've been with the same person since 2019.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Because I'm gonna have
no. You met him in the pandemic. That was 2020.
Ah, that's true. That is 2020.
And it's about to be 2022. So I've had the same person since 2020. He'll probably still be around.
Mm-hmm. Probably?
Yeah, it depends.
See, that's the key word.
It depends. I mean, it's on me. Like, I'm very adamant with like, I'm letting him know I'm testing the waters with other people. If someone else shows up and I find interest in them, like, I'm gonna really walk away.
Thought about fucking two could play that game. Test the waters. What the hell?
Yeah.
It's test the waters.
That's why, like, oh, he got mad when he was like,
oh, them niggas don't like that. I don't want
to be in the friend zone. That is disrespectful.
What fucking
like,
water,
are you just
bitch?
putting me in the friend zone?
I'd be tight.
Yeah, like, he's not happy where he's
not
at,
when you fuck up, you can't be tight.
I mean,
no.
Old Bay tried to call himself getting mad about an LA Bay, and I was like, first of all, nigga, did you not fuck it? Call you back.
Ooh.
Yeah, but no. I mean, he'll be here. Probably next year.
I mean, Old Bay stays. Let me see. LA Bay's out, which is sad because
you haven't talked about him in months.
Oh yeah, he like really did something to piss me off, and I don't want to talk about it obviously because like I feel like I can't. I think we'd have to get to that point, but I'm pissed off at him. And also, I think what makes me more angry about that too is like, I hate when someone does something that's disrespectful, even if they don't realize it. But you gotta really cut them off because you can't let somebody do you like that twice. You know what I'm saying? Like if I let you stick around, like then I'm the bitch that lets you stick around after doing that. So I can't, which is disappointing because he was great. But I do miss Scissors a lot. Like it has been like ramping up like really intensely.
But she's married. She just had a baby, but she got a partner though, right?
Yeah, girl, whatever. All I'm saying is,
look, not you being disrespectful to the relationship.
There's a child.
She just had a whole baby. She has a family now. She's like, I don't give a fuck about that kid or her nigga.
Why was I fucking... I was like on the phone with Sharonis. We were on the phone on FaceTime talking.
This is why the boyfriend did not want you at the baby shower.
Ooh.
Girl.
This is why.
First of all,
Damn.
You shared it on the show. Damn, is it?
You ain't have to bring it up. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
But you ain't have to bring it up.
Now it makes sense. See, this
First
is
of all,
why.
I was trying to be vulnerable, and I just feel like you jumping down my throat.
No, this is why the nigga don't want you around because you could slide back in there and it's just different with women.
But you know what it is too? So this is what I was going to say. When I was on the phone with Sharonis and I started telling him this, he's just like, I was like, I don't know how to feel. I missed her. And like, da 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 da. He was like, nigga, like, why do you keep doing this to yourself? Because see, for me, all I do is like, I talk to her all the time. We talk all the time, but it's not easy for me. You know what I'm saying? Because she feels like us talking and catching up is good. She's got a baby. She's at home. She wants to talk.
She's happy in her relationship.
But, I'm her friend. And I know I'm her friend because when she's frustrated and like just like feeling down or whatever and we talk, like I feel really good that I can pick her back.
Now Weezy being the nigga ready.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Her nigga to fuck up.
No.
Like I'm here if that nigga fuck up.
Okay, one, that's true. But
that's what Weezy is.
I feel bad because I'm being there for her because I know that that's the right thing to do. But also like, she don't understand.
But when that nigga fuck up, I'm here.
The emotional strain on me, just like
now it's about you.
You see the selfishness of it all.
That's crazy.
Just like a nigga.
She has a child, bro.
What the fuck?
Are you ready to take care of that
child? Let me tell you what me and Sharon was talking about, right? Because he was like, "What the fuck, bro? Like, y'all could have had kids, but you didn't have kids because you chose your career. So like, why are you acting like this?" And I was like, "Nigga, just hear me out. You take care of your baby, but y'all ain't together. You know what I'm saying? Like."
Wait, what?
Why do you gotta do this?
Bro.
Why do you like this?
Trifling.
I just wanted to talk to someone that co-parents in different states.
She's not trying to cope. She is happy.
But I'm saying,
not you sitting here
if I had to
co-parent with this woman who is happy in her relationship with her baby.
We gonna be together before we die. I think so. The baby gonna be.
And this is, you know what? The boyfriend got every right to not want you around his bitch at all.
I don't want them to break up. I want her to be happy. I'm just saying.
Are you saying she's not happy?
You know what I mean?
I said I want her to be happy. I don't want them to break up. I'm just saying I have no faith in niggas.
Wow.
That part. You see?
And this ain't about her, man. This is about the male species.
All right. Well, damn.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, if
not you hurt, so you wait for her to get hurt, so you can pick up her hurt.
I don't want her to be hurt. I'm just saying, anyway, bro. All I'm saying is we're gonna be together at some point. I really believe it. And if I gotta be a baby mama side, another baby mama, you know what I'm saying? If it gotta be mommy number 2, what do lesbians do? Mama and mommy?
Time out. Are y'all telling me y'all never had a chick break your heart?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Bitches be breaking hearts too.
Okay, but
like, so you...
if you had to guess, if you were making an educated guess.
I know a lot of lesbians that have been heartbroken.
I've heard.
I know a lot of women who have broken the hearts of men. Like, so to me, a woman being with a woman doesn't mean she's not going to be subjected to as much hurt as a nigga would put on. You look like you
just
break
because
hearts.
I have a penis doesn't mean I break hearts.
I didn't break her. I loved her very much.
She broke your heart,
and I was a good girlfriend. We didn't work out because we both wanted different things. We did not break up because, you know what I'm saying, I was a fucking cheater and so was she or some shit. No, we broke up because like I just couldn't give her what she wanted in that regard. But now she has it, which is great.
So let her have it.
What the fuck?
I'm not saying she can't have it. I'm just saying if whatever happens, like I'm getting older.
Do you see yourself being with a woman again? And by the way, we are like, I don't know how far into this episode. Clearly, there's no outline today at this point because I ain't going to rush through my good ass outline. I'm going to say this shit for Patreon. Bitch, I'm not just going to run through it because it was really good shit.
We're having a great conversation here.
I mean, we have to do Patreon episodes anyways for like near the holidays. So I'll save this. But I guess
like do whatever little shit you had.
Yeah, I'm not finna just run through this motherfucking outline, bitch. It took me a long time.
I kept keeping her looking at her phone, and I was like, I'm waiting for her to tell us
I've been trying it now.
I felt so bad. I'm not gonna lie.
We're already like 40 minutes into the episode.
What do I miss about her?
Oh boy.
Well, but not only that. Outside of her, is it also just missing being with a woman? I feel like even the threesomes seem to slow down this year. So do you think that it's also potentially you just really missing being with a woman?
I wish I could.
I don't miss having threesomes with her. I miss her. But I think also like
fucking her or like being with her.
See?
Both of them.
There you go.
But you know what? Like, and it fucked me up because I felt really guilty. I was flying from LA. And I don't know if it was a song that came on or what happened, but something just triggered me. And I just started imagining my life with her, like thinking about her being in LA with me, like thinking about like if, how I would maneuver this because her life is different, right? And I was like, okay, well, I got 2 places I live now. Like she got family in Cali, like maybe she would just live here. And I could, to me, the goal at the end of the day is like, I want to make sure I have enough money to like provide for my family. I don't think about my partner. And I'm not saying like she don't have nothing or old bae don't have shit. That's just how my brain works. Yeah. I talk about that all the time. I want to have a kid. I want to take care of my parents. Like that's the life I want. So when I think about her, now that she comes with a kid, that's what I think about. I'm like, oh, I could do this. Couldn't really do it before, but like I could do it now. So I just feel like it's more feasible for me now. That's why I think I start imagining my life with her because I'm like, that's what you wanted. Okay, girl, you got a baby. Just come over here.
It's weird because even at 31, I think that's my issue.
Oh my God, I hope nobody tells her this.
Like even with like the conversations with my ex, like there's just, I don't think he knows, and I don't think I still know how I can truly show up as a partner because I like that we travel together. We have fun when we're in town. I still cook for him and stuff, but I'm still like, I don't know if I want to live with a partner. I still don't really want marriage and I still don't want kids. So as far as like how he would show up as a partner to me, that's where we have like, because he can't show up as a provider. I make more than him. And the protector, he's like, I've never been with a woman where...
Why do you mean he can't provide for you? What do you mean?
As far as like, I provide for myself. I make more than him. Like, so even my lifestyle, like the things I like to do isn't him. He's a lot more regular than I am. As far as like the places he likes to eat.
That's fair.
And so like,
because some people think of it like making like for me, when I think of providing, I'm like, oh, could this person like handle our home or something? Like I think about little things like that. I don't think about my shopping.
Well, no, he's great. Like as far as like, he helped me move. He built everything in my house. Like he's great in that aspect. But as far as like, even if we were to move together, like he lives in Harlem. I live where I live. And I know my rent is a lot more than probably what he's used to. So even the idea of us living together, I know whatever I want to live in is a lot more than what he would probably want to live in or can afford. And so, I mean, there's that.
And I also see too, because you don't want to take care of it. See, the way I talk about scissors, could never do that for old bae.
Oh, I'm not taking care of no nigga.
But I could definitely, like, I would never even think to take care of like him, which is great. And I'm glad we mesh because like me and him move the same way in life. And that's why I think we really connected. But with her, I talk like that. I don't think I would ever speak that way for a man.
Yeah, but I also realized too, now the difference in, I remember like just saying, I need my man to make 6 figures. There's a huge difference from someone making 100,000 and someone making 600,000. So even just that gap, like, okay, yeah, he's probably very comfortable, but the gaps within the 6-figure ordeal, it's a huge difference. And so that still comes with a different lifestyle. Someone making 100,000 in New York still lives very different than someone making 500,000, 600,000, 700,000 in New York. So, yeah. I mean, again, just the things that I know people seek in wives and long-term relationships, I don't know if I have answers for that. I don't know if I realistically know how to show up in that way. Like, I still like very much being alone. I
think that's a really good, when you talk about finances, right? Because like a lot of times when we would say shit like that, 6 figures or this, need that. Like,
I used to legit want to make $1,000 a week. That used to be okay for me. Like, I just want $1,000 a week. I used to think that was the most. Like, I remember just being happy that there was a comma in my account for the longest. Like, I didn't have that for so long. So even when I was in my career as an accountant,
I remember like, when the comma was steady.
When it just stayed in there, when I could pay my rent and a comma stayed, I was like, oh my God, I'm good. No. And so now, like, now that I'm in my 30s and I'm looking for long-term relationship, I've tried for the last year something that's non-traditional, non-monogamous, more customized relationship. I'm now, just now at 31, figuring out what my boundaries realistically look like, thinking about what I realistically want sexually. Like going to the sex club every 2 weeks, that was great. But is it realistic long-term?
You know why I think that happened to you? And this is really fucked up to say, but my therapist made me realize.
Why? What happened to me?
You're questioning boundaries and things like that, and you're like thinking about what you want. My therapist told me that she thinks the questions are happening because pain has happened. She's like, once you feel pain or hurt, you reevaluate because you're like, oh, I didn't know this would happen. What the fuck is this? I think feeling a little bit of like, because you were in love, you were up.
I mean, I'm still very much. I'm not saying
you aren't, but like you
love him.
You were up here from this super high of love, and then something happened that you didn't expect, and it's like once you feel that pain, you're like, is everything I've done can it work? I've thought about that too when I've felt some pain from Obe. Like we have threesomes, we do this shit all the time. Like, do I want to have threesomes?
But I receive and expect pain because I don't know my boundaries. So I expect to only know my boundaries once I realize a boundary is there. Like going into this type of relationship, mind you, it really being my first real relationship, like to where there was a responsibility, there was an exclusiveness, there was a way in which we had to show up for each other. I never really had to show up for nobody. As long as them niggas was paying my bills, I was hopping to different niggas. So I never had to show up for somebody the way I did in this relationship. And so boundaries, I didn't know what to set. I didn't know what type of relationship I realistically even wanted. Monogamy, I knew was something that just would set me up for failure because I believe that those are unrealistic expectations.
Also, having your first real boyfriend, that first real 30s. Boyfriend is someone crazy. That you swing with. Just imagine the gradualness, right? Girl meets boyfriend, whatever, break up, single for a little bit, meets another boyfriend, single a little bit, get some fucking experience under your belt. Then you have the boyfriend you go to the sex club with. You like went. And in a pandemic.
Yeah. Went straight. But also I think the pandemic accelerated what our relationship was because I sat the fuck down. Bitch, I was at home. We may as well have both been in prison because we both exactly knew where the fuck each other was every day. If he wasn't with me, he was at home. Nothing was open in New York. Mm-hmm. Right. So like it allowed us to really get to know each other. Like the pandemic helped, I think, just dating all around for so much because it sat us the fuck down. Now that I'm sitting here trying to date and I'm 10 times busier than I was pre-COVID, I'm just like, I don't even know how I'm supposed to meet someone now. How?
I mean, I think meeting someone isn't it because you were saying the same thing.
Okay, meeting. I can meet
Remember,
people.
Eden?
Making time for someone.
Oh my God, I want a boyfriend. It's not happening. You were mad about not having sex. It's like, you can't imagine it happening. Now you've had a great relationship. You've had a great person. So it's like, dude, that shit is hard. Okay. And I also think, it actually just made me think, with scissors.
Oh shit, now that I think about it, I'm like you right now. Like even our breakup, it wasn't so painful to where we're hurt. We just weren't on the same page. And that's what we've been communicating is that.
Oh my God, are you guys
we weren't on the same page. With a lot of things.
Are you guys safe?
And because we weren't on the same page, I was just like, nah, this ain't working. Maybe we could revisit it and come back later, but we're not on the same page. Let's figure that out.
Yeah.
You just said with you and Scissors, I still love her. Ooh. I still want the best for her. We just weren't on the same page.
Do you know what's fucked up too about how I feel about Scissors? Mm. You know, Obe and I have had a very relationship, holidays together. Like, I mean, you know, that's my nigga. Like, to feel like that about someone. But I'm not saying it obviously replaces my love for that person, but it's very scary because someone who's like truly bi, which is me, was in a throuple, which is me, and them two don't really like each other. It ain't like they don't like each other, but when she met him, she was just like,
I realized that too, though.
You can't just put two people like, you know what I'm saying? You have to build that. And
I need to have someone on the show that is like us. Like, so many people that I meet, even in the swing life, are like, I've never met a true bisexual until like, they're like, you're a true bisexual. You identify as a true bisexual. Bisexuality, especially with women, I think a lot of people are more curious than not, or feel the need to be bisexual for their partners. But like, when you're a woman who genuinely likes women, genuinely likes men, like, it's almost complicated.
But
romantically.
And I think that's what's happening is like, everything I think about that I really love in her, I don't have with Old Bay. Not in a bad way. He can't give it to me. Me and her have a very homegirl best friend vibe. When we went to Paris and dipped off.
I hope her nigga listens to this.
For
you
real.
ain't never gonna see her again, bitch. Listen, when I tell you I'm listening to her talk,
you're definitely not invited to the
this is why
first
you
birthday.
couldn't go to the baby shower, pussy hole.
First of all,
if he listens to this, girl,
you're definitely not invited
it's
to the
over for y'all. You got to
graduation.
sneak around and
you
hang
think
with
I'm
your
worried
friend.
about this nigga? I'm not worried about him. I want him to prosper and be happy, but I'm
See,
not
why you gotta say it like
here
that?
Front. Stop trying to like make me compete in my head right now. Mandii.
You're being really hostile right now.
Yeah, thank you.
This
Like,
bitch is bringing it up in a way that pisses me off.
because it sounds like you the nigga waiting for a downfall, bitch.
How dare you?
Right?
I don't want to wish bad on anyone's relationship.
But you want your happiness.
But
I do feel like her and I may end up together at some point in our lives.
when you say end up together, what do you mean?
Like back together?
Like fucking?
Or
Like,
back together?
I'm gonna be real with you. When we broke up, like I never really thought we broke up.
Yo, all right.
No, because she one of those where, man, once you my bitch forever.
So y'all together in
But
your
I'm
head?
not like that with any other. Who have I
None
said
of your
that
other
about?
partners?
Who have I said that about?
I don't know.
I mean,
Think about it.
I don't know.
We've all recorded. Eden's recorded with us. What 3 out of
Actually,
5
no.
years?
You have said that. You said that about Loverboy. You say because when I'm in his city, of course I'm gonna pull up because duh.
for sex. But if I ever
But
said
that's
like,
I mean, you could still. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's still that level of attachment that.
I don't think about just pussy when it comes to her though. Like obviously I miss.
I mean, there's
her.
feelings, but you're emo. That makes sense too.
Oof.
Why is she trying to be shady?
But I'm not. I'm just trying to like. There.
She's just trying to
I mean, like when we broke up, I don't know if you remember, but like we went right back into being friends.
You and Scissors.
Yes. Like
So to me and my nigga,
right?
That's cool.
we're friends.
Yeah, like
Yeah, so I know what that
That's
means.
probably one of the best friends. Oh, well, I mean,
friends.
I never had sex with her again after we broke up.
wow. Yo, damn.
I will say this. You know what's crazy?
Well.
Our Orlando show, when she came that week, was the pandemic after that. And that's when she met the person she's with now.
Wow.
And I remember we went out to dinner after the Orlando show. And there was this very like, she was like angry with me, but didn't like say it in a way. Like, it was just like, I'm mad at you. But like, I was definitely still in love with her. Then like, I remember I got out of the car to go to my parents' house and she kind of looked at me like, what the fuck? We're not like on state. And I was like, I thought you were, it was very weird. And then that whole interaction after we got back from Toronto, I really was planning to like go back to Florida and like hash it out and figure out what we're doing.
And then the pandemic happened.
The pandemic definitely happened.
And then we did not go to Toronto. So bitch, to be fair.
This is why you gotta live in the moment.
To be fair.
If I would have said like, yo, I'm sorry, let's get back together.
Wait,
no, instead, you know what happened? She ran off and lived in Mexico. So you
did.
left Scissors to literally be with this man then because you was in Mexico with your man.
I did.
So she's like, you gonna move to another country with your man? I'm finna sit here and see what's up with this man.
Oh man.
And this man ended up being now her baby daddy.
Stop dragging it. Because for one,
I am not dragging it.
that's
I'm not,
pretty
right? See, like,
do you think it would have happened if the pandemic didn't happen?
like us getting back together?
Her having a child.
like your whole relationship, like, would it have been different with her?
Do I think she would have.
had the pandemic not been.
No, he said her having a child.
Yeah, her having a child. My bad.
I think she had it because of the pandemic. Do you know how much fucking was going on?
Yeah, my whole
during the
my whole
pandemic?
sister fucking.
The guy though,
Yeah,
she
child.
told me about the person she's with now, which I think is even sweeter about the whole situation, right? Like she's like, oh girl, it is cute, and she was telling me about him, and then they ended up having a baby. But if there wasn't a pandemic, I'm not sure. You know, I don't know how serious they would have gotten. I think that does change things. I think
I wouldn't have been with my ex had the pandemic not been a thing.
So interesting.
I wouldn't, like, the pandemic literally shaped a lot of people. Like I know
like,
for
damn,
but I know for the people, even nigga, I met the nigga on Zoom. Like, what are the odds? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, there was
Zoom
high
was
odds actually because everyone was on Zoom. Actually, the whole world was on Zoom.
Zoom
That's so fucking funny. That's such a pandemic story.
Way to fucking meet, like literally
what a moment.
And then our first date was hiking. When the fuck would I have allowed that to be a first
just
date?
to break up
hiking?
the fucking
Like, the fuck?
the love for a second? Can I just tell y'all? This is how I know I ain't shit.
Here we go.
I was on a funeral Zoom, and there was like 80 people.
Whoa,
there.
whoa, whoa!
All
What's
right,
a funeral Zoom?
Here we go. You know, you couldn't
Funeral
go
Zoom.
to funerals during the pandemic. They
I
were
never did
literally
funerals.
they were live streaming a lot of the funerals.
Live streaming.
That's fucking crazy. I know. It was like a funeral memorial Zoom thing, whatever.
Wow.
Dog. So I'm going through the page because I'm bored. Rest in
See?
peace. But one of these dudes was so fine. Oh my God.
I ain't gonna hold you. When we be on Patreon, we do a live town hall every month for those of y'all who have not joined our Patreon. And we have some pretty good looking guys that be on there. Except one every time you be trying to holler at him, bitch, his wife and newborn baby be right
I
there.
ain't trying to
that
holler
same
at him.
one?
He's just my favorite one. First of all, shout out to them. You know, they in the same time.
Yeah, they're in the Virgin Islands. So
I'm
he
not
also has
saying
an
I
accent.
wanna-
He's so handsome.
I was gonna say I'm not saying I want to fuck her nigga. Let me finish. I'm not saying I would fuck her nigga. They got a baby. I'm
But
just
you
saying.
would.
If,
So does
Apparently, a
so does
baby doesn't
Scissors.
stop. you.
Right. So does Scissors. And you're like,
but I ain't fucked
I'm
that
try-
nigga before, and he wasn't my man.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying they be on the they be on the Patreon, and her man is cute, and I feel like she know her nigga is fine. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
she do.
He's just my type more than anyone else on
So
there.
wait, you said you met somebody at a funeral on Zoom?
Nah, but this is what I was trying to say. I felt like I wanted to like write him in the chat box and be like, "Oh, how'd you know so and so?"
Oh my god!
But I was like, "Is this fucked up?" So then,
Not really. I don't
after the
think so.
funeral was over, I looked at the attendee emails and I saw his name on there. And then I took his name, put it in Facebook, and I looked him up and I was like, damn, he really fine. But also, like, how do I add him now?
Add him on LinkedIn.
Ooh.
I'm telling you, LinkedIn is like,
You have LinkedIn?
yeah, I need to make one for like now that I'm a content creator, but I still get my,
I deleted my old one because I was scared.
I still get my work anniversary at EY. Congratulations, bitch. I ain't at EY no more. Which, mind you, if ever I needed a fucking job,
That would be it.
when I tell you LinkedIn, all the recruiters be hitting me, because now I look like I done been at EY for about 3 years. When I tell you, they be in my shit asking me like, hey, so we're looking for senior tax accountants. If you want to come, PwC is hiring. And I'm like, nah, bitch, never again. But LinkedIn, you get to really like, you can see where the niggas work, and they be like all dressed up in their little suits and their little Abbeys and shit. LinkedIn is where I be going to holler at niggas, bro.
So you can add him on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn is the motherfucking, that's the dating app for y'all hoes.
Let me tell you how I know
y'all want a
Mandii
nigga
ain't
with a
lying.
job? Go to LinkedIn, bitch.
That's actually a really good
This
point.
is how I know Mandii ain't lying.
I do. I'm telling you, LinkedIn is lit.
Obey had to hire a few positions, and he was like, let me do it on the diversity call, right? He's like, you know, because I can find some black people to take this job. So he did this when we were in Mexico City. So later throughout the day, his phone was buzzing on LinkedIn, right? And mind you, his company is huge. Huge company. I'd like maybe over 100,000 people work there. So the diversity call was big. And he clicks on LinkedIn. He was like, damn, I see all the black girls from this call.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? Them bitches want. So mind you, nigga got like, and he was like, I didn't even talk to them. I just saw them in the chat box. All of them are on there.
Yep.
Fucking whores.
Yeah.
Smart.
I love it. I love
did the same
LinkedIn.
shit.
Like, honestly, again, I don't want a creative. I still scroll through the LinkedIn profiles. I love it. I love it.
So you can never see yourself with another creative, like ever.
I don't want to be with one.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
unless they make, not even if they make more money than me. I don't want a creative. I think that.
But see, you don't care if they make, I mean, you just said your ex didn't make as much, so why would it matter?
No, because creatives can be broke.
Oh, yeah.
broke.
They be really broke. They be struggling hardest.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, my nigga still has 6 figures, even as
we could be
someone
broke.
who's white collar. I wouldn't want an aspiring
broke
creative.
I see
No.
what you're saying.
No.
The only
They
reason
be
I will say,
broke.
there's a
Aspiring.
particular 9 to 5 that you can have, right? And this is not me, like, I don't care about the money anymore. There's something I realized being in my relationship with Old Boy that I fuck with. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. If he was like, we're going to Mexico for the week and I'm working there, he can do that.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't date an accountant either. Like, the way I used to have to be in my office.
Not us telling you the job you gotta have.
No, I do.
But no, when someone works from home, they can move with you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, thank God again, pandemic blessing. Do you know how many jobs like are really paying and you can do remote now?
Yes.
Like I love what that has done for us because now we can be home more. We can just take our work on the go. Like I love all of these remote jobs. Now we didn't have an outline for this week, so hopefully y'all enjoyed what we shared. But I did still want to do home mail because a lot of our recent episodes we didn't get to home mail. So this one, the title says, "I'm single, but I fucked up."
We have never, by the way, when we don't have outlines, not done I almost swear, I think just the therapy episode is the only one where we didn't do a vanilla shit, where we didn't do a hors d'oeuvre. Like if we don't have an outline, we'll at least do one of them.
You know what that is? Synergy.
No, it's that I really worked on this outline and I wasn't going to rush through it. The fact that our catch-up was 32
First of all,
minutes
the reason
long.
he's saying it's synergy because the hour just flew by.
Also, it was 52 minutes long.
What was?
The catch-up, basically.
Well, now it was, but when I looked at you and you said it, I knew we was already halfway through.
But you know what, though?
I said, I'm not sneaking my outline in this motherfucking episode.
When Mandii and I were like first podcasting, we were like talking on the phone. I'm like, what'd you do last night type shit. There is one thing really special, as fucked up as it sounds. Because I said recently on live, someone was like, did you find out, I was on a Horrible Decisions live. They said, did you find out about Mandi's breakup or what happened in her breakup while you were during the Rory and Mal episode? Was that real reaction? I was like, yes, I had no idea what happened. And it was funny because they're like, well, that's crazy. Y'all don't talk. I was like, it is, but there is at least a real, like, no shit. Oh my God. When we're telling each other stories, and it kind of works because 5 years, imagine if you're really podcasting with someone that knows all your tea. You kind of got to like retell the story and be like, girl, you know what I told you about? Blah, blah, blah. Like every reaction is real. When I'm telling Mandii something on Patreon, that's really where we spill our tea.
Yeah.
For anyone who's wondering, it's coming out of my mouth for the first time. And I kind of like it. I'm gotten used to it. I think it's kind of fun. Yeah. And it's nice.
And that's genuine reaction.
Yeah,
plus, that was really
different.
That was very kind of you to be open about your situation.
I mean, I was not trying, but also like I've known Mal for like 10 years.
Yeah.
I've known Rory now. Actually, I know Mal longer than 10 years. I knew Mal before I moved to New York.
Wow.
And then I've known Rory. He was one of the first people I met when I moved to New York, maybe within the first week or two. I met him through Cam, who does Henny and Duce Palooza. Yes. So like, I think also just being where I'm really talking to my friends, like where Ma has literally brought me Thanksgiving Day food because I didn't have my family up here. Rory has eaten dinner. I've cooked for Rory and he ate at my house. So like, just I guess having those friends and knowing that they mean well, it wasn't a gossipy thing. They was just like, damn, really?
But also,
because a lot of people enjoyed me in my relationship. And
it
I've
was
really
hard
grown
to figure out like, when you know somebody, Mandii was like, he's perfect. He was like, what did this nigga do?
Right.
Yeah, like, I mean, really, 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 really still like, I mean, and it's crazy because I think that that's also where we're at now in our conversations. He's like, it's good to see that neither of us are perfect now. So now we're actually having to love each other through our imperfections.
Oh, not saying you ain't perfect.
No, I know I'm not. I know I'm not. I have this masculine trait that he hates.
What do you mean?
Like, bitch, if you raise your voice, fuck nigga, I'm gonna raise my voice too. And I jump at him where I don't think in his entire life he's dated a woman that will mother.
Girl, not the ghetto.
Oh yeah, yes, that's me. Like, I believe, and he calls me like, he hates it. He calls it like this fucking feminism bullshit. He fucking hates it because he's like, why do you think this is 50-50? Why do you think everything a man can do, so can a woman? I said, because they can. And you not finna, if you curse, bitch, I'm a curse. If you raise your voice, bitch, I'm gonna raise my voice.
Bitch?
No, I never would call him a bitch. No. But I've called
Olave a bitch.
No.
Only when.
That was his fighting words.
Yeah, no.
I get very, I black out. Sometimes.
See, no, and you know what's crazy?
And that nigga's so calm, I hate it. Like you were saying, if he raises his voice.
And he never really raises his voice. So when he does, I'm like, you're raising your voice. Don't do that. Because then I'm going to raise mine. And now we're yelling. And that's my thing too. I really do not like arguing. And he knows that. So I'm like.
Who does, Mandii?
You said you do.
Some people like arguing.
Not like a real one.
Yeah, I don't like arguing.
I want like a fight fuck. Like, why you be acting like that?
Yes, I don't do that. I just be like, we not finna argue right now. Like, this isn't a time for that. Anyways, let me get back to this goddamn home mail so we can get the fuck on out of here. All right, so I'm single, but I fucked up. Hi, ladies. I've been listening to your podcast since it came out in 2017 and has honestly made me become the woman that I am today. I have always been a sexual human and I used to feel bad about it or like I was a whore for just liking sex. But you guys made me feel a lot more confident and now I don't give a shit, which also probably kind of put me in this situation. So anyways, a little background about me and this guy that I am seeing. We will call him Will.
Hey, Will.
We met on Tinder back in 2019 and had a few dates. Things were going really well, but he was only in my city for a month for work and then had to go back home, which was 2 hours away at the time. So we had a discussion before he left what we were doing with our relationship, and we came to the conclusion that we would try to see what happens. So we tried, and there was a lot of back and forth bullshit, and it didn't end up working out. Things ended cordially, and we kept in contact here and there. Okay, so jump to now.
Okay.
He moved closer to me. So now he's only 45 minutes away, and we kind of resparked whatever we had a couple years ago. I would say our feelings have grown a lot for each other, and we've had some serious talks, but let's not forget I technically am still single. So this other man who I've had sex with before hits me up one night asking me what I'm up to, and I say nothing. So he comes over and one thing leads to another, and I end up giving him head. I was on my period, otherwise we would have had sex.
Oh, I remember this home mail.
After I gave him head, I look at my phone and I have 5 texts from Will telling me that he's in my city and he was trying to surprise me by showing up to my house, but I wasn't answering my phone, so he left. My heart quite literally fell into my ass.
Yikes.
I did not expect him to do something so cute like that. And this was the closest thing I have ever done to cheating. I was so hurt by my actions that after the other man left, I threw up because I felt so bad about what I just did. Just imagine driving 45 minutes to see your man after working for 16 hours.
Not that far.
And you're, 45 minutes is how far he lives now. To see your man after working 16 hours and your man isn't answering his phone because he's with another bitch. Now, of course, Will doesn't know what I was doing because I just told him I fell asleep. But now I have this terrible, guilty conscience and don't know what the fuck to do. This situation made me realize how many feelings I have for Will and how badly I just fucked up. But do I tell him what I did or do I keep it a secret and just move on? I don't want to have a guilty conscience forever if him and I do end up progressing into something more. Help me, please. What do I do?
Do you know why I remember this home mail? There was a specific sentence that made me laugh so hard. I was out somewhere when I read it, just out eating and just like, I think I flagged it. Because whenever you guys send us home mails, please put home mail in the subject, by the way, to horribledecisions@gmail.com. When it doesn't say home mail and we search it, it ends up getting lost. The girl goes, I gave him head, blah, blah. And then she goes, this is the only time I've ever kind of cheated. And I was like, kinda? You kinda sucked a dick?
Yeah, no. Giving head is for sure cheating.
Right. But she was like, this is the only time I like almost like, no, bitch, you had it in your mouth.
Also, it's not technically cheating if you haven't put a label on your relationship with this man. So like you having a lot of feelings for Will doesn't equate to you cheating because he has not made you exclusively his partner.
So now, is it okay? So fine, it's not cheating, but is it not dishonesty almost?
What? I don't have to tell you everything I'm doing when we're not together. Like that's something that comes with loyalty with a relationship, with having responsibility to this person.
Then why do you think she feels so bad?
Because she really likes this man, and so maybe in her mind that's her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Even though he hasn't fully made them.
I have a lot of feelings about one, being faithful to someone that's not your partner. Yeah. I have made that mistake a lot, and it's gotten me in so many situationships that I didn't necessarily want to be in. And I think it's very unnecessary to put that kind of pressure on yourself because I know you said you threw up. That's also nerves if he was 45 minutes away from a dick in your mouth. That wasn't your guilt, bitch. You was just like, damn, I'm about to get caught. But if you are the type of person that needs to tell, like I understand what a guilty conscience can feel like. I totally understand. If you want to tell. Me, I wouldn't divulge in that because I think that people, the way that you're feeling bad about it isn't going to outweigh how it's going to play in his mind. He's going to be like, well, how did you get there? How is it possible that you even wanted to suck another dick? How could you do this to me? Well, I thought we were going somewhere.
It's so weird though, because I feel like she's like, I'm not with my partner now, but my partner just like will pop up. Like he's popped up and brought flowers. He's popped up and brought food.
Since y'all not together?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
But no, yeah, when we broke up, bitch, I walked outside and he had flowers and breakfast by my door. And he was like, I didn't want to interrupt, but you were on my mind this morning. So he's done that. And so a part of me, even when I be thinking of inviting somebody over.
Girl, I hate fuck up flowers.
I love flowers. I don't
like fuck up flowers.
Oh no, but flowers is like one of the things and they were my favorite. He got me sunflowers. Like sunflowers are my favorite.
Girl, Obe got me some flowers delivered to the house. And I said, the guy was at the door. I was like, I didn't order any food. He's like, oh, these are from. I said, no, thank you. Close the door. And I texted him, I don't want them. Sorry, I lied. Flowers, nigga.
Oh, well, I like flowers. I got them all the time in my old apartment. So I was like, nigga, where the flowers went? I done moved to motherfucking Queens. I don't get flowers as much anymore. But no, so like, because he's popped up unexpected, a part of me does feel weird to even invite someone over. Because I'm like, oh my God, what if I'm fucking and this nigga come and try
I
to
think
pop
about
up
that shit
nice?
all the time.
Do.
That's why I like fucking niggas in New York.
I be like,
but you know the block I live on too. Like it's easy for a nigga to be like, I'm at so-and-so, what you doing?
I be like,
my mouth is full. Well, I will tell you this, sis. I wouldn't tell.
I wouldn't tell either.
Because I don't think that's Will's business.
It's not that serious.
And I think that once you guys get to a point where you agree that you should be not exclusive to each other, but you're in a place where you're not supposed to be seeing other people, you might be growing and getting there. Your feelings might be ramping up, but your feelings don't necessarily need to do with what you should be divulging.
What if that relationship grows? Does she
even if it grows? You could talk about things that you've done, but the idea of and we had an episode about that, like oversharing your sexual past with your partner. Cool, but to me, to even preface it like you felt bad that you were cheating because you were seeing him, like to me, I just don't think it needs to be brought up at all. Like, girl, the nigga did not exclusively claim you. Y'all are not in a relationship. You don't owe him telling him that you suck someone else's
Also, I will
dick.
tell you this. We had this moment in Mexico where Obe and I just started talking about all the hoe times we had. I don't know why it happened, like in the beginning of our relationship. I was like, when did you really stop fucking other bitches? And he was like, what do you mean? When did I? And I was like, tell me the truth, nigga. I was like, because that one time when you and I was at lap and I said I wasn't feeling good, I fucked another nigga. And he was like, what? And we laughed about it. And it's like, what you gonna do now? Like, I'm with you now? Fuck. I think it takes a time to get there because in this moment, if I heard that you were sucking another dick, I'm gonna be like, you don't give a fuck about me. You don't want to get back together. But 2 years from now, I'm gonna be like, oh, girl, whatever.
Yeah, maybe save it for like 2 years from now, if he's even in the picture 2 years from now.
Exactly. It might be the niggas who dick you suck.
Yeah. Well, sorry for no outline this week, but I hope you guys enjoyed kind of us talking it out for what our emotions and relationship woes and everything has been here in 2021. Next week, you guys are going to get a recap of some of our favorite episodes from 2021. And let me go ahead and tell y'all now, top of the year, we are going on a break. So you guys...
We gonna get drunk for New
we
Year's,
are.
You know what I'm saying?
We are.
So that's basically why that's gonna happen. But
there's gonna be some travels going on, and really just a break before we gear up for 2022. Also, if you haven't yet, go on over to whorehive.com. If you're still looking for stocking stuffers and things,
they got 5 days.
That's fine. Okay. Our shipping is, I feel like we'll talk to Alex to make sure they get it. She gets it out. Good. But we have a lot of things. We have stocking stuffers. And even if it goes late, bitch, I still be getting people gifts well after the holidays. Well, everybody with their family.
Obe ordered me this Macaj coat and the nigga fucking got this big ass box and printed out the coat last year on a fucking... He's like, I had to go to a Kinko's and everything. And it was a picture of the coat because the shipping was delayed. Like, whatever, do
that's something. You
get a bitch a Patreon membership if you trying to do some Christmas gifts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you guys want to keep up with us during those 2 weeks, if you join us on Patreon, we will have new content there, so y'all can hear a little bit about us and what's going on during the holidays or whatever.
We hope you have a very safe holiday if you're traveling.
And I do want to thank too. Because we're wrapping up the year, I want to shout out to everyone, especially all the new Whore Hive members. They have been live and in full effect at the live shows.
That was literally, I feel like half the audience this year.
Like,
where the fuck the old hoes been?
Bitch,
y'all tired
COVID.
of us?
I told you COVID. I don't know. It must have took them or something. They gone.
Mandii, shut up.
They not coming to our shows unless they just really some hoes that don't want to get vaccinated. That's got to be what it is.
Oh, no, that's more likely.
Our old hoes don't want to be vaccinated. So they're like, hey, sorry, maybe they'll all show up to Atlanta. But I want to shout out to everyone that went to the DC show, the New York show, the LA show, and Atlanta. Thank you guys for all of those cities that y'all keep writing under the post. We will be announcing hopefully some 2022 shows in the spring. So we're looking forward to seeing y'all. Again, make sure y'all going over to Patreon. It's patreon.com/horrible decisions. Check that out. And yeah.
Love, light, and lube, y'all. We wish you a happy
holidays and a happy new year.
And we promise we won't do that next year. Enjoy next week's episode of our recap. Tweet us, put us on Instagram your favorite episodes. Hopefully we can
favorite guests, all of that. And honestly, just thank you guys. This has been yet another episode. Wrapping up 2021, baby.